Hi, I'm at the St. John Divine Cathedral. This is located in New York City, and this is a kind of unusual sighting as to the pillars itself that's on the building. The symbolism is quite esoteric and mysterious as of why that they were constructed and placed on the cathedral. And I'll leave the links to this article so that you can examine it closer for yourself and read the descriptions. But when I saw it, I thought this was very unusual and very strange. In particular, what struck me was the columns. If you're ever in New York City, first I want to say, if you're ever in New York City, go see this cathedral and take a look at these structures, at these pillars, and get a close examination of them. And this is the columns are placed next to the cathedral's entrance under the saintly figures. The saintly figures are what they're referring to here, right in front of the entrance in the doorway. The photographer made note of the pillars, but I always wondered what was like on the doors also, and up above. Not too much above, because there's just look like there's people, but it looks like they're carrying some things. So they might symbolize something prophetic. I don't know. But what was striking was this one pillar, because there was a prophet. Someone had a video of a prophet. And he was a prophet of the Lord, and he's a for real prophet. He's not a false prophet or a fake prophet, but he was giving a message to what the Lord was telling him in regards to what was going to happen on the East Coast about an earthquake, and there's been a lot of prophecies given about New York, where New York was going to be destroyed, and the same as California. There's been a lot of prophecies given about California as well. But this one in particular that the prophet was talking about is that this prophecy would happen on the East Coast, and that there would be involved an earthquake, a great earthquake. And he also mentioned a flood, and I think that was all that he was given. But exactly what kind of flood, and if that was along the East Coast, along the coast there, would this be like the tsunami that had been prophesied in times past, which it hasn't occurred yet, but it's being talked about. And this pillar here shows, see these giant waves above the New York cityscape. This is like, you see like the Twin Towers here. This looks like the Twin Towers, and all the skyscrapers here in New York. So it looks exactly like New York. And these giant waves just look like a tsunami that's just, going to devastate the whole city and put the whole city underwater. I just thought I'd show you all this to and give you all a heads up. Because I take prophecy seriously. I really do. And those that believe in the Lord, should too, and be forewarned about what's happening or what's going to happen. This was posted in the original article on the St. John the Divine. The pillar depicts an apocalyptic New York City being engulfed by enormous enormous waves. Excuse me. And you see here, this here, it looks like devastation with the waves, cars, just, you know, um, well, I guess this is waves where it's being uh, demolished, destroyed by waves. So is what New York City going to be destroyed by a great tsunami? Um, this looks like a person playing a piano here. And this right here, I found another picture, and this depicts the stock exchange, the New York Stock Exchange, Wall Street, where they do business. And what's this woman represent here? That's her breasts are exposed and all. Um, does that mean something that is not, that is well, they deal with dealing money and debauchery or whatever? Um, it all doesn't look very good. And then there's these, what are these creatures? There's a snake. It looks like demons. That's what this looks like down here in demons. And these are human figures. Well, anyway, and it says that this was posted, depicts the destruction of the Brooklyn Bridge, which is underneath is the New York Stock Exchange and people trading goods. And is this a reference to the Babylon of Revelation? And I noticed that someone did a video, it was a Christian, that said and made a comment that America wasn't Babylon. Well, if it wasn't Babylon, why is judgment coming to America? And where it mentioned in several references in the Bible that Babylon would be destroyed in an hour. It sounds to me like America. Here's the horsemen of apocalypse. The 4 horsemen of apocalypse have been released. And this one too is like, is this about to happen pretty soon? Well, the coming destruction of New York City, and then what this would be called the birth of the Antichrist. I don't know what this looks like. I don't know where a woman is giving birth to a baby, but it looks some kind of a flower. And this here is a lamb, and it has 2 horns. The horns of a lamb, which was mentioned in Revelation. And this describes the Antichrist. And see that the legs of the lamb are bound together. And a lamb doesn't have really doesn't have horns. An adult sheep does, but if it's a male, but a lamb doesn't. And so actually that tells of who this depicts. And these 2 are mummies, and mummies are like are the dead. So that's I guess that depicts that. This means that the Antichrist is comes from the pit of hell, from what do they call that in I was trying to think in the Jewish term Sheol, which is hell, the grave. And this right here, this swirl, they call this the vortex, is the swirl. It's something new agey. I'm not into the new agey, but it has to do with when the Antichrist appears, there will be a change upon the earth, and there will be like a change in consciousness and things like that. Well, this is all deception that that will that the Antichrist will the Antichrist spirit will bring up on the earth. And it says in book in Revelations that the beast is coming up out of the earth and has two horns like a lamb. So this depicts the Antichrist. It said that he'll be a charismatic person that will be like a smooth talker, and that will convince many people, deceive many people, and but he will be from hell. He will be Satan himself, Satan incarnate. So you want to be aware of that guy. And see, the next one is this pertains to the death. Okay, this one here. These look like the four creatures that were in heaven. You know, like they had the head of the ox, the eagle, and the man, and the lion, and they had the four wings. This is depicted in the book of Ezekiel. Okay, and this here, remember like the Ezekiel's wheel in the book of Ezekiel, and you'll see that when you read chapters 1 and 2, and it tells about what Ezekiel saw, this a vision in the sky, and it was a wheel within a wheel, and it was full of eyes. Well, this is a depiction of the UFO invasion. So that's what I wanted to tell you too. There was something else also about the UFO deception and about common elenin. There was something else I found out about common elenin. It's not a comet at all. It's a lot of people are saying that it is a tetrahedron shaped, which is a pyramid shaped spaceship. So is that the meaning that Satan is coming down with great wrath and upon the earth and to deceive many? Because it's not Jesus. Jesus is not coming in a spaceship. Okay, when he comes back, he's going to come back on a white horse, and it tells that how he is going to come back in the book of Revelation. So don't be this is a time of deception. So please don't be deceived, everyone, about what is to come up upon the earth. And these prophetic pillars could be warnings as to what is about to happen. And this figure right here, well, it looks to me there's a person lying down, and this looks like flames, and this looks like a pointing finger pointing towards this figure. I don't know if this is part of the Ezekiel vision, but I'm running out of time. I had something else I was wanting to show you too. Okay, this comes from this right here, this image right here. This comes from what they call the tree of life, and this is seen a lot in the Kabbalah religion, which is the Jewish Kabbalah, and this is all satanic. So be warned, people. We're living in deceptive times. I'm running out of time on this video, so I'll see you in part 2. Okay.